Guys, this is Ginn, and in today's video, I'm going to deep dive what's holding you back from getting your first deal, and I'm going to break down the 3 fundamental things that you have to implement to get going on it. And then if you stay to the last part of this video, I'm going to get real personal with you and tell you what you personally have to do to get that first deal so you can get out of your head and actually become a wholesaler. But before I get into it, do me a favor, make sure you smash that like button, you hit that subscribe notification button so I can continue to deliver you the truth about wholesaling. So let's walk through the 3 fundamental things that I go over with every wholesaler when you get started out in this business. And the first thing is you are not alone. Although it feels like you're on this journey all by yourself, there's actually thousands and tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people doing the exact same thing you doing, trying to make their life better by using the vehicle of wholesaling. It's awesome. And honestly, if I've inspired you, if Zach's inspired you, I don't care if who's inspired you, you're here. And that's all that counts. So the overwhelming problem most of you feel is you're alone on this journey. And through the beautiful thing called technology, you can connect with people like me and Zach and help you guide you along the way. So knowing you're not alone is a key part. Also understanding wholesaling is a journey. It is an incredible journey and it's full of ups and downs. There's no other way to tell you. It's not going to be like a classroom setting where it's just this perfect incline you go up and it's like every day gets better and better. Honestly, you're going to have setbacks. You're going to have failures. You're going to have huge wins. You're going to be on top of like cloud 9 one day and then you're going to be in the basement on the next day. And that's what we call the journey. And what you have to understand with the journey is you have to go through it. And so many people think they can pay a mentor or a guru, and somehow in their head, they think they're going to skip all the pain of the journey of wholesaling. And I'm here to tell you that pain, that frustration you endure in wholesaling is what makes you a complete successful wholesaler. Without the journey, there is no success. Honestly, if you were just given it, it means you never earned it and you're going to have to go back to that person to get it every time. So understanding you're on a journey, if you do it through freewholesaling.com, which is my recommended way because I give you 27 years experience tied up in there with me and Zach, or you pay a guru $10,000, understanding you are not going to skip the journey. And if you think you're going to skip the journey, by skipping the journey, you're actually skipping wholesaling. There is no shortcut in wholesaling. You actually have to go through the journey and you're not doing it alone. The second thing you have to understand is you really got to have strong reasoning for why you're doing this business. So I've always told you guys, I was in a miserable corporate job that it built up over 12 years. Some of you are only 12 weeks in a job and it's built up. Some of you might be working for family. God only knows less than 70% of the world hates their job, at least in the United States. So knowing that, if you found this vehicle wholesaling and it's ignited you and excited you, I think that's awesome. But the first thing you have to do is you have to determine your why. Why are you doing this? Most people do it just to get freedom. If you can just get freedom of your time and then get financial freedom to make decisions to help you fix problems in your life for you and your family, that's got to be an overdriving factor because you're going to need something very deep to get you through the dark times of wholesaling. Most people don't tell you about the hard times of wholesaling. Everybody has them. I've never met a wholesaler that didn't have a difficult journey in the beginning. I'm telling you that difficultness makes you who you are in your journey of wholesaling. So make sure you have a clear why. I always tell you, use your bathroom window because you guys spend a lot of time in that bathroom mirror. It's not a window, it's a mirror. And just take an erasable dry marker and write it up there. And I want to spend more time with my kids. I want to help my mom out. I want to retire my dad. Whatever it is, get it up there and make it sink and resonate. And you have to stare at it at least 2 to 3 times a day. I promise you, if you do that, put it maybe behind your front door, whatever it is. Take a snapshot, make it your screensaver. These are the things I had to do because it was very foreign to me. I had to constantly be reminded what I'm doing. The second part of this is now you've created a belief system with your why, okay? And that's great. That's the exciting part and that gets you started. The real secret to staying engaged in wholesaling, especially when you haven't got your first deal, is your conviction has to be like through the roof. And all your conviction is basically you saying, no matter what, I'm going to get through this wholesaling journey, no matter what it takes for me to do. So no matter who shoots you down, it might be your mom, might be your dad, might be your girlfriend, your boyfriend, it might be another seller, another wholesaler, it might be a title company, it will definitely be a realtor. It doesn't even faze you. It's like bulletproof armor. And you can't have that without conviction. Conviction is your ability to go through dark times even when you don't want to do it. And if you don't have strong conviction, you will fold. A belief by itself is not enough to get you to the top in wholesaling. Now, the top might just be doing your first deal, your first 100 grand, I don't care what it is, but you have to have that conviction, because the conviction is the armor you put around your body. And I'm not going to let any naysayers, I'm definitely not going to let people who've never even bought this journey or have freedom in their life tell me how it's going to go down. A belief alone, it will be shattered. The third fundamental you have to understand is consistency. And consistency is the art of doing something every day. It's boring, it's monotonous. You have to be extremely consistent in wholesaling. So specifically in the beginning, your consistency has to focus on marketing and talking to sellers. What you lack in experience, you have to make up with it in volume and consistency. See, if you take consistency out and you do volume one day and then you skip it 3 days, it doesn't work. So you're going to have to use volume and you're going to have to multiply it by consistency. I rather have someone make 300 cold calls a day consistently 6 days a week, maybe 7, as opposed to someone making 500 calls 2 to 3 days a week. The consistency builds momentum, and momentum will lead you to the confidence of doing wholesaling deals. Now, my suggestion is pick one marketing channel that really resonates with you and go all in it. Try not to learn 9 at once. It's really hard. So if you're doing cold calling, you're pulling lists, and you're doing skip tracing, go all in. Learn everything you can. Go over to freewholesaling.com, expand on how we pull the list, become a list ninja, and just be fearless when cold calling. Remember, the more people you contact, the more people you talk to, the higher your chances and the better your skill set will be when dealing with motivated sellers, because what you lack in experience, you are going to double down and make up with it. You have to do it within your first year of wholesaling. You're not going to be able to shortcut this. The faster you get through it, the better off you're going to be. You're pushing a boulder uphill with very little momentum. You're going to have to push with everything you've got. So your conviction, your belief's going to get you there, but consistency multiplied by volume of marketing is the key factor in getting your first deal. And if you don't have your first deal yet, we're going to talk about that in this second segment of this video. So now that I've gone over the 3 fundamentals, we're going to go over the 3 fundamentals of you and get inside of your brain. Especially if you don't have a deal yet, I want you to really listen to this video, because I'm just going to speak to you from the heart. Probably one of the reasons that you haven't got a deal yet is, have you really bought into your belief system? Are you betting on you? Because I can tell you this, your family's betting on you. I'm betting on you. Zach's betting on you. The only difference is, are you betting on you? And you're like, okay, Rick, what does that mean? Here's the reality is, you are going to have to be just super, super truthful with yourself. And I'm going to be honest with you. This is where most people break. And the biggest benefit I can explain to you being an entrepreneur 21 years is, you have to be accountable to yourself, because honestly, if you're not going to be accountable to yourself, you can't be accountable to anybody else. If you can't tell the truth about something, like saying, I'm not consistent with my marketing, I lack the volume, and I'm scared to death to do this business, you can't fix it. So I'm telling you right now, if you can't be truthful about a problem you're having, you cannot fix it. I'll give an example. If you're overweight and you deny it the entire time, meaning, no, I'm not overweight, you can't fix it. You will stay at the size you are, or you're going to get bigger. There's no difference in wholesaling. If you're lacking a deal, if I looked at your volume and your consistency and probably your effort too, I promise you, I could probably find a big hole in there. And you don't need someone like me or Zach telling you what the hole is. You already know what it is. Here's the secret. If you just tell yourself the truth, no matter how bad it hurts, you can now fix the problem. Be truthful with yourself and fix the problem. If you lie to yourself and you keep saying, oh, no, I'm doing good, I make 10, 15 calls a day, I promise you that's not going to get it done. I have never recommended that path. If you want more details on how to get started and get your first deal, go over to freewholesaling.com. But here's the it factor. If you can't be honest with yourself, you cannot fix the problem. Get real, get honest with yourself, break down your business plan right now. And if you're lacking consistency and volume and effort, fix it, plug the holes, and move forward, or get out of wholesaling. It's just the truth, guys. Most people can't handle it. I'm here to tell you how it is. I've had more brutal conversations with myself in wholesaling. You've got to be accountable to yourself. That's the one thing you cannot escape. I always tell you guys, don't have conversations inside your head, because you're not the expert on wholesaling. So stop judging yourself. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't be accountable. Once you become accountable, you identify the problem and you can address it and fix it. The second part of being you is, you really just have to simplify wholesaling. Most of you have this art of overcomplicating it. You're spending hours on doing comps, never more than 10 minutes. You're doing elaborate spreadsheets. You got 40 or 50 KPIs. Guys, I only got 5 major KPIs in my company, because I used to spend way too much time analyzing data, and the data just tore me apart. And it created, like, if this KPI is not right, I can't move forward. And honestly, I scrapped a lot of it. I simplified it. As long as I'm making progress and I'm in motion, this business will always work, called wholesaling. So simplify, and just don't let things stop you from taking action. If you find yourself making excuses, stop yourself and go, why am I making an excuse? Be honest with yourself, address the problem, and fix fix it. And tip number 3 for why you're not getting your wholesaling deals yet inside your head, you are using your old mindset. Like maybe at the previous job, whatever it is, like I had the same job for 12 years, and you brought that mindset over to this new journey called wholesaling. And guess what? You were miserable in that old mindset. It didn't work. It drove you crazy, might have made you depressed, made you very upset, made you very anxious. You got excited and you switched your outlet. Wholesaling, that's awesome. Here's the crazy part. You're going to have to kill that old version of you. It sounds crazy, but I'm here to tell you, I am completely different from when the day I started wholesaling. And honestly, it's for the better. And the reality is most of you fear change. And honestly, life is nothing more than change. I've been reminded so many times in my life of this, and you have to understand it. For you to move forward, you're going to have to literally change yourself. But I want you to understand, don't fear it. It's for the better. You're going to get better skill sets on how to talk to people. You're going to have a better business mind on how to run your business and manage your expenses and your income. You're going to learn how to read financial statements. You are actually going to run a real business, and you're going to run it like a business, not like a hobby. And here's the difference is this is your dream. You're going to build it. You're not working on someone else's dream. You're working on your dream. So now you have to act like it. And the only way you can make this successful is kill the old version of yourself and embrace the new meaning of being a wholesaler. See, if you use the old set of rules and you just change places, you're going to get the exact same results. So are you still doing things that you used to do in your previous job or whatever business you were doing? Honestly, it's stifling you and it's killing you. You've got to change your glasses and you got to open up. The entire world is in front of you. It's up to you if you're going to use wholesaling to punch through that wall and go get it. And once I killed the old version of myself, it's unstoppable. And here's the really cool part. Wholesaling has changed my life on so many trajectories on a personal level, my relationships. You guys know I spend every day with my kids. It's like a dream come true to me. But my old self never allowed me to be successful. Honestly, my old self constantly sabotaged everything I did going forward because I feared change. And if that story resonates in you, I want you to really take stock in what I'm telling you. Because so many times we just talk about the business aspect of wholesaling, and I'm here to tell you, so many things are stuck in our head, and it's up to you to take the 30,000 foot view and go, I need to make a change. I got to stop operating under my old operating system that was broken and didn't work. And I seeked out wholesaling to change it. And now you got to embrace the new. And it's going to feel wildly uncomfortable. Welcome to wholesaling. This is your journey. This is your dream. You're the only person that's going to be accountable at the end of the day. You've got to take stock. So guys, you let me know in the comments, are you working to get your first wholesaling deal? Did this video help you get through some roadblocks? And I would love to get your feedback on advice on what you would say to help people get through this. Because a lot of times it's a lot just right up in your head, and you got to get in there and you got to be brutally honest with yourself to help yourself out. But guys, let me know in the comments. And if you got value from this video, do me a favor, make sure you smash that like button, hit that notification, subscribe button so you continue to see authentic, truthful videos about wholesaling from moi yourself, Rick Ginn. I'll see you guys in the next video. I appreciate your time. Thanks.